YouTube with rokiona highlights na analysis chionde utena wasiwasi na gwatwika kana kwina njira ijiri ireomba kwithirwo kigura na chio YouTube bando na gutumira Safaricom app gitatiri tonya kiri Safaricom ithirwo select data calls SMS kana airtime ito select kiri with expiry option kuma withirwo gitega entertainment bundles ukethirwo kiona itha 1 hour hawali 1 GB YouTube for 1 hour iroka gura na chiringi 10 yake rahisi sana na gwatwika no kwenda kwithirwo ginya star 544 hash itakiri option 0 ira ina 10 shillings 1 GB YouTube for 1 hour kuma uo kethero kigura bando ugo kurukira airtime kana mpesa ora tutugita na ndiko geta kiri option 0 ukethero kiamukira message ukuone na ndi ugutonya kiri kana kugura bando che YouTube rikana bando ichi chethi tumika ndene etha rimwe no wethero kigura mathaja maingi ore kwenda na chitumika kiri YouTube peke yake kwa muthikiria na ndi mantu akaja kuthongoma kinyankuru kiniki Safaricom na ndi bagwatanirite na YouTube gutigira ati ugwe content creator kana kwa upload to video utegwa upload oro theri gitumi kwenda kwira ukuketha kwina shindi ontuko ndene ya kiumia ara na ndi umba kwithiro gishindira katika ngiri 5 na ngiri 120 na muthijo campaign mo number 1 agaikia 1.2 million nja number 2 ngiri 800 na number 3 ngiri 800 ithiro ukithondeka to YouTube videos to kaito 60 seconds muthikeria wethiro ge upload na you never know no wethiro gitonya kire draw ije ukethiro ukigarura utorobo waku sign in kire YouTube studio kire top right corner click create au ne ukethiro ki upload videos ka video ka 60 seconds na kuma ukethiro kiandika ka short description kana ka title ka video karo kwethiro ki upload namna hiyo you're good to go
kabisa. Ni dhaire kiloketa daige 15 rukirwa rua tuli na wakili Joel BURIA ni wakili wa High Court na rukirwa rua atiketha tutaririria mantu kathomba mbere ya tuwatanena na wakili barani na murimi na murethi wa ng'ombe Maklik Super ni chube ng'ombe ero bati kwithirwa wetumira ontuku chionde no ntubambere chumbeje ni kuongela phosphorus na calcium kiri ng'ombe ku itandukene urudhiria sumbe ya Maklik Super na wakinye mutaalamu aturenjire mbeya ya kwa ng'ombe ku chumbe ni utura ikethero icho ni yongwa ya achianire kithimi kira kiyongwa kibatere na nkuru kino bati kwithira wetumira mauta CKL milking serve mauta ya tetheria bonene sana kuoria kwithira kuri maronda ya kirinyonte cha ng'ombe ku ikaoria ASAP na kuruki ikaba ni ng'ombe ku na mirimo ya mastitis aka mauta ya makaitha ithia njere chiaku alafu amberio kama na utakuwa sorted. Now, wakili, karibu sana. Thank you very much. Nonto botone la kanyo. We are very busy schedule. Kwethiro ya studio chetu narua.
Inkugibwaga ke muthikeria wonde wa Wero FM 96.4 na mutegeri wetu ra we Facebook area guturaithiria na Inyake TV mbugibwaga mario to Wero i wakili Joel BURIA na ingochokia nkatho kwithwa ndeaja kairi kena tumugutariria mantu ja sheria
ajo weze nya receipts
narua ngoja tools of trade imbije mantu ja ngenti mono Meru County mukajara irerwe jatena haraka.
So now wakili first of all onto dai kwina miari mingi sana na Kenya I mean actually Kenya yonde ibolele timiru when is kana kikatiba ndirio ili yumbi kana kuinvoke article 181 ya kubila ngabanetine
umenye yantu bena notion ekuga ati kwe timeline there is a lacuna ira lacuna tuga kwina gap ke katiba etekwa jana timeline ekuita governor so no way sworn in narua na uneno ga impeached.
So where are we getting the 18 months from?
Nteko menye nantu aguita 18 months from
kutena eri katibene
kutena katibene
interesting
but then I don't know mwanka kwithiro kuri na enough kana maukuje ya kwana na itumia kwana
ke katiba niwe kueleza nyoka taka ke article 181 une kueleza ri eriuga grounds cha removal baruga eriuga a governor may be removed from the office on any wote no kuga timelines ya kumurita may be removed so irimanisha any time rira kuina gross violation of this constitution maana ndi kuina grounds kana mantu jara ubatera gukinyithaniria jethro ijo jagaita governor no gategera no kuona court chetu chigerete ku set ke previous petitions ira chifaili cha kurungika mantu jau ugataka jira chaba wambora ibagire ku set what is the threshold kana kiwango gya kuga gross misconduct imbi itegeje tu ikwethirwa flimsy reasons and BURIA bira tubatera kwithwa tukiuria is if petition kana governor akeja kwa impeached at the county assembly kana motion we ka discussed bagaitekiria ba kumu impeach and then it goes to the Senate na ka voted for by the senators. If she goes to court, will the Senate have shown kuna gross misconduct yo kinyanekira? So those are the questions na considerations ira court itakaira bakauga ingi ground ingi komurita where there are reasons of believing that she has committed a crime under the national international law, abuse of office or gross misconduct gachokerwa kaire physical or mental incapacity ibibio grounds and ukomba go prove either of those. You see, the problem with the process ya impeachment ya governor is a political process. Na ndio ni odhi na ya siasa. Antobare onde ba muire misconduct rio kana gross violation rio ekoneka.
That's the problem. Of course, but so wakili, wewe mutongeria ndani ya county, no arombe tikia MCA municipality, so you are a leader by your own rights. So how do you think meronete tedai? How would you say you mutongeria in your capacity?
Only I'm not happy nonto datagera inya county ya Nairobi. Even the governor there is running a county assembly in a opposition super majority over him. So na last week nrona ge approve appropriation bill a budget ya 2022-2023. So datagera nkoria what is it that is not happening that would happen here? Nonto rumor has it that MCAs actually that is 99% ndigwa no mo akura regere go saina enyomwere we kuga kana motion iwe kwenda ku move motion ya impeachment. So that is a serious question mark kuria what is not happening. So ndiromba mono kuwa kuna ngwataniro. Only my background in the into get mediation and I believe so much in dialogue. Antu babatera bukarande tugatethania nonto what will happen is eventually our governor will run out of budget ra gutumira KM nande and she will need money to run into 2022-2023. What will happen is omba kwithwa thaia na upper hand over the MCAs but nabo gitare ore ga kinya betho bena upper hand. So this cat and mouse kana guskumano ikathirare and you see the person who will suffer eventually is the common mwananchi nonto kira twinde to chwa service delivery na tukaraga kwithwa kuna ngwataniro kiri county yetu Meru kuma ke MPs kuma ke county assembly na monka ke governor na executive ewe. We are going to cripple things here in Meru, manto jareme, miradi ireme, and without funds, nontonuje MCAs bo mbeche chao imwanya, they'll still be paid. Governor will still be paid, but money for development without approval by the county assembly toneka. Na eventually amwabo inyambe chuche salary chikinyamu idire, and then without the approval, or aritingoge baba kwero 6,000 bandiki county na bobe na young families be na loans to pay and wataga the ripple effect ya kwero anto bo metia muto entere chonde
is
massive mono. So only as a leader I would encourage anto iba karende ba watandre there's nothing big. My prayer to our governor is as of now mutongeria reguru of the entire county. Not even the senator, not even the county assembly kana ugati she's the apex. So no ga provide leadership to make sure kuna ngwataniro.
So to example in Nairobi, but it will be I think ni completely opposite ya Meru. Don't you see at least Sakaja Kenya kwethroa I mean majority neighbor opposition where at least a few bakiama kike UDA in Meru County governor mama independent atena kinyomwe but you know, we have seen situations ya Laikipia kiri regime ya governor Mureithi Digital are independent na he managed.
Yes. You see, ukiaja kuona county assembly kikwatanira yonde, there is a problem. You see, what happens is kwa kuna split. Normally, as a governor, my thinking would be handlers by governor ibabatere by now pambire ku rally na bakamenya these 20 will always have my back. Kana these 30.
At least ndina ba ko bandinga tete bakiria un.
So we politics. You have to play politics right okamenya ndina a chunk and to papa para bankaraya at whatever cost. But every time nande okethirwa otiro okethirwa wina antopomba nya cover your back. In certain instances there is a problem. Nonto you see, unfortunately much as itokwelewa situation ira nya county assembly iri governor arika ina fix nande nonto antopare on the bakarabegera the carrot impeachment. So it's not also good for her. Nonto bakarare on the be moderate na impeachment. So there is need for her to find a way to make sure na kumba ko create a team ireka motethia ko bridge the disunity between we na county assembly. And my suggestion would be in Meru County to na much as imba appreciate our media to na ntobena haraka kumatoka ke media mono twinde turenda kwaraniria through the media. Na unfortunately ando redera to for example if mama is not happy at on the ground eja for example municipality eja njukia uni uranda ari number 2 from the position eu aret ward admins auganande bawe boboga tumaira kunkinyira nando ririgira MCO riri agakurekera. If you do that, don't you see all of them have ambitions cha 2027.
Sure.
Not just the governor, even the MCA. So my suggestion would be governor na chumia to bridge the gap na rete the MCAs closer. MCAs na poipatika kumia nkoro ibeje badhikanire. And then when mama is coming to, for example, my ward, naturally the sitting MCA, anto badurire the sitting MCA for a reason. Nonto nyede to nguge MCA is only legislation and oversight. Mtojo na ndi common mwananchi atele ago
MCA no murete
maendeleo.
So on that note wakili.
Yes.
Mama rirakweja kana governor rirakweja to for example kwa municipality akawikia Joel Buria niwe wari number 2 amwiri wetu karitaniria no is this a violation ya article 1 ya katiba?
Not really. Nonto you see legally nguge MCA no oteno nguge MCA there maendeleo. It's just that tuwekire notion.
How about representation?
Representation nyo irimanisha county assembly. Oversight yani kuhakikisha no gukinyithaniria mantu jegi antobaku jegi oversight. For example ukajo ka review budget ukaona area ku itayo enough allocation. Na much as yes, truthfully, legally, ward fund is not in the constitution, kana is not in any legislation, in law. But it worked with other governors. Even Mutua had ward fund. You see, it is a structure. Kira nkumenya what would happen is itotigane na tueta legalis kana gochwa sababu cha koraka ku make sure kitu kyo kinyanira. It is a possibility. Nonto structure. What used to happen with other governors is better abageka structure to make sure MCA no gotumirwa kubaretera that information directly to the executive. And instead they go directly to the people kuthwa we governor go goita ugatumira MCA kana nyabu gaetani at least. Kenana nde nonto MCA ura kwe anto a promise tenya kiridia manifesto chawe basari chabo kinyira. Nande wedre bare a promise ga basari chabo kinyira nande tipo bareja bange monya na bareja through the governor directly. So mtojora na ndere by 2027 will have been rendered irrelevant. So kira structure ya kuga membe chirenya tuge for example gitara KM bechira taka chaja kwa through ward fund passe I structure ya kiri in such a way that kwa committee ka MCA no ga collect that public participation on behalf of the governor akeja kareta but final payment erithwe government executive
so these other two governors baraba nenganire ward fight failed kuringana na mwananchi so
batajoka itaraja ire
governor Kawira Mwangaza is just playing safe ati ntikwenda kudutangura yaritirwe ni babangi banenganira ward fund they failed.
I'm doing it my way.
Truthfully, Kawira will protect her interests. Na there's nothing wrong with that. Eventually, come 2027, most likely, ngugira ketho itete kiranto ninuenka umbo choka. Ntuna ndi mwananchi aketho akiuria ninguge MCA niyo imbi. So kawaida mweke withire na kisiasa niyo utuga tu you just play a balancing act to make sure yes no tumikira mwananchi but also no kumba kuwatanena na other leaders no you see being a governor you are a governor for all you are a governor your MPs onto the constituencies under the devolved ward, you are governor or MCAs. So you have to make sure at least you involve others. You aspect te ati in law ilazima. Governor itaniria nguge na other leaders te lazima. Governor oua kuthithia it is her right. Kuita directly to the mwananchi. Na mwananchi na appreciate the fact that governor na kubakinyira directly. Na ibuba kuigua kuna direct access une kubwa. But what is the end goal?
What is the end goal? End goal. Together tukiariri no so much is happening kaitete kande ni bunge ya county ya Meru na probably this week mantu amenyomba kwethwa kiapeni bungene kana ntubune naomba kwethwa kiapeni ni bunge ya county ya Meru watu tombeno toshe biashara tuchokerete.
Minkwele ntekwitha I respect every woman including honorable Bishop Kawira Mwangaza nikolomba gete in our society
kwanza Meru yetu
Meru na ukigwata le mwendu nkima aoneka twika ni asukuma ake throughout ni bendete nkima muno na igasenselwe na kasamaki tenia na tojani aga itin como ketha kethera como gwate uketha na kang'ombe kanini ale loke ile au ndaukire gutema ngathara na mburi ngamugwatia rimwe tukari tukwaragia na wau agwethe mwagi kama na akamagari mugaria gamburi ngamugwatira kuguru akama aruta gikombe umukuru anyunya karia kamburia atega kure bururu na mapema
kirimurano wagurwa no batikuta wena freedom eku
tibwega gukara utifiri na mwendo wa nonto nande piurite kabo akara gukaranagia no tiomba gutege yani utiomba gukaria muntu munene mutegeri wetu akeja kudo ate ku respect te mwire gwe ethero nyi mwari ukuga nagwe ate uga nagwe kairi kwa ukira kirio katuire akurubeto ibatige kuga nari
boundaries kana mianka ndene anja ogwe we muthoni na muthoni no nthoni o yuchira chigwatu
kwinjire kwerekania muciari ukamwira te kuigua kera muciari athore
kwena no tukenda tukiaraire matuna kumenyera mwekuru
nani mwekuru waku mwite turieto turomba kuigua wa mwita akaigua na akenete
untu bubu bakutuma ukainyeria mwana mwanka ketho akieba ibanira mwana ugobuga atananya
we muciari no bati utega ukona kethe mwana umwari agukura mwana umwari na kwenda gutumira kintu twatu tumairo mwana umwari na agote muguraira
tore sema tudara kwamba gwita buchikia mbere ukiona ya ko chiendikia
thaira gwitire gwitonye kimuthaka mbere ni atakugura mbere gakambiria ginya gukumena
ugitonya ngura none ri I understanding iriku mwanya abatikethwa enayo mama
ugetikiria gutonya ndene ya ngura no utije kethira nkoro yaku niendete muntu bugwega marriage ikumaneria no ntu ningi utina ogeta gwithire mutegeri gwetu maisha jai muteremko
Nandi no wikire ntumirie ku ya muchemanio kiatho kana ntubwa gitumi ukwenda bukinyira mwingi amona ntumiri cia mathiko kiri kameme kaweru FM 96.4 ntuko chionde na chiringi 15 akio kiugo ntumirie ku no urete studio cha weru FM kirogine mero mbere ya thaa 11 chiogoro ntuko chionde kana ringe na mbeji 0700 117026 no gatetheka ntumirije kathoma gwa themo chiogoro on tuko ni bwega no ntubagwite na mbere gutugwata mbaru ni batwe weru bwaku atugukinyirie ntumwe kwari okwende kinya weru FM 96.4 rumuri rwa Ameru.
Wewe ulisikia wapi?
Anyway, tigera ndeka 24 nani mbari na murimi nkurikania ate murimi kethera kagite na gakairo imera bithongi sana by the mato indena mere na isiulo na bio barabara roire ndikuona yani chakula inakaa mzuri lakini kwena murimi roko thangi kwa mono ni iria muthikeria Elgon Kenya bethera bena ndawa ya kugireria ya Glycel 480SL na ni ndawa kameona jauro ire market nduke ne urimi irere yakwina agwe na ukeja kwithiro kimiugira kimera gyaku gya kuranywe na ndaweje yomba kwithiro kirwana neria itumba kwithirwa ikithiria imera kou Glycel 480SL watinda wawo ringithitie antu mabuti mundene na nandi mantu jatwikire easy na simple na ndawa ya Glycel 480SL kuma kwa Elgon Kenya irionekana na kiwango kia mililita 200 mililita 500 litemwa na kinya lita 5.
So wakili
Yes.
kuri kiyo karimi okurasia tu offline bantu ya
cabinet
cabinet ya counter assembly dona tikurika na the article lakini bawa kwethwa ni baya ni tekwethwa mbunge na MCAs bakunira 30 then ni kumaanisha ati CCs batibati okiluka kiwango kina kwethwa ni nkurukie 30 batibati kuingira 10 which means well range ni 10 wow. I think they were trying to confuse us or something.
Exactly.
But how low can it go?
And wakili, maybe on top of that, before you answer, kwa ntuba kugorea governor ombere kwithirwa Kenya ministries, maybe she needs to go back to the assembly kwa line CADP manzwege budget. Is that applicable in law?
ki katiba article 179 niwe kwariria mantu ja appointment of CECs etina any provision for the number eruga kauga ukamitegera nuntu nandime kira gikarika is interpretation yo turaitha area muno eruga the number of members appointed under clause 2 shall not exceed. So number A ekauga 1/3 of the number of the county assembly if the assembly has less than 30 members. Tuge for example Jalamu in tuge 10 wards. So it means Kanadhara Kanithi. So it means CC baraboga appoint if you have like 24 wards both appoint more than 8 people. 1/3 of that number. And then ekauga B 10 if the assembly has 30 or more members. So utekuga tugira yara mbere shall not exceed. So tunoe kuga ibatere kwithirwe 9 kana ibatere kwithirwe 6 kana ibatere. So the governor has that discretion kuga number point punka akinga akurukia 10. So there's nothing wrong which the governor in law did wa appoint the 3 CECs pending nonto ibo ba approve teu. What also happened is well the ministries were reduced legally nande neo I believe au komba kuma thina
as a acting nonto aka act for how long
and those are the considerations nonto nyomora that position should be filled substantially yani substantively tebatere kwetho to in acting capacity and I'm sure kana my hope is nonto kwe umo kwethira one CEC is holding 3 portfolios 3 moka egakinyithia the number ira by law kana baraba created ke budgetary allocations ira chathithitwe ke the previous regimes which anda ku change those budgetary allocations of course no mukana anda kurukire through the county assembly but I'm sure na rigirite nonto I'm sure they appoint baba in acting capacity kuwatira other ministries aijembuga that in a near future buga gukethwa kwina ngwataniro and hopefully that's all we are all hoping for but in law what she did otekyo ki carry unconstitutional nonto ka appointere barabaryo na bakira in acting capacity nonto iruga kauga shall not exceed na nyomora uyajanirie na inya inge appointment ba cabinet CSs ba national ira ne setete a minimum a maximum of 14 I mean of 22 and a minimum of 14 so provision uyekirwe ke katiba deliberately drafters kwa avoid scenario jera gitara kibagyo watu na 42 bwana 42 ministries na ndio you can imagine turedro tuna lakuna uwe kuga jana governors you can imagine how many people would be in government more than 10
cause mtu nakwenda kwa ward cronies
friends family and all that na ndio gedera cabinet you jurid wanto bokuruka baba ngina ndi naona ukatiba ya jere ko kiwa ekauga 10 na nandiki national ekauga 22 kenda nandi tumba kukaria that angu ya mwananchi ateka
so
inyiru.
I would want us to talk about family not to miweta but first story ne ya cabinet how does it affect you know kedro ako ita nonto mama on several occasions na wete at where tumira budget ya previous government so kwithro aina cabinet ya batandatu na the other government ya rine 10 is there anything that is being affected here kwikintu kwa affected either positively or negatively you know
only what I believe is budgetary allocations cha kurukwa county assembly you should not alter to for example nonto my thinking is that's what could be happening is maybe allocations are have to be altered kedho no kwenda ku survive this process kana this period ira county assembly itokurukia your budgets itokurukia some of the provisions ira kwenda chi kurukirwa through the county assembly my hope is kotethra kwina any gap when eventually things nande start biting each other literally nonto what happens is if the budget ira utumirwa ne KM then KM had ministries and CECs bare 10 na budgetary allocations cha batera kwa cha 10 departments. Then if any alteration is done to make sure that chikwa reduced to 6, then kuna lakuna kana kuna issue ikaraisa.
So which means no monkadro akibwithirwa supplementary budget.
No monka, you have to add. If for example mbeche ucheja kutuika chikothira kana kwa line no monka wire county assembly, I have changed my way of working from this to this. Kindly approve.
Family. Not to know their family. I do not want to go about nepotism. But you know, I think katiba kore anto amo ya ito considerate ya 2010 like to take positions chia first family. You know, kwedrwani governor kutina o katiba wetete first gentleman kana first lady. You know, same case kiri national, the president and you know, I think nikubati kwedrwa kwina nafasi onto eji maybe kienda tumenya mtu yui na kedrwari. But then what happens ukia kwedrwa matinu ngavana na ena kurubele.
You're overthinking.
Now go overthink too.
I didn't see that coming.
Yani tuko leo. By the way, I think gomba kwa ni drafters what would happen? Uje nani oparanya are I think napata to kwe.
Yeah.
What would have happened meja kwa hiyo is lakuna.
Oparanya ibada tu.
Yes. So what would have happened naponde barenda kwa first lady.
Wow.
But only my thinking is atakuwa too emotional here in Meru County about the
first family.
My thinking is tuinde uma aringi kura kuma akari na kumanya governor and family, we just tone it down. Nonto we are not the first county na
First gentleman.
Actually,
there are 7.
So I think atakuwa over sensational twinde. Na we just focus on development more. Tunande we might miss the bigger picture. Ya imbioto kuchwa achieve as
but
a county.
But menya niwa umira wakili aria no to gachokia.
No nije media and social media generally. Blaze bwana na maendeleo mono.
But you see, to be fair kiri bwana Murega. I think Murega deserves position ireni oka iteneka kana kuonekana ora kuonekana nontu after all noonekana itara siasa so kya kwithwa na mwati
mwaka antoba county tuna extend kuone stuff.
I literally
there is a
this
limit.
government.
I think only want to batrena ndiko that we set boundaries tukamenya
akamenya what to respond to.
Yes,
maybe
kana to what extent is your presence felt. Na nyomwere umenye ntugisheria utino kwina illegality omba kugati nonto your appointment era was not substantive baugire clearly. Only my thinking would have been kira advisors were governor what they would have done then is they didn't have to advertise kanabauga in your portfolio. People just have seen him doing issues
without go shout
without Quiranto.
Speaking of shouting, MYS and it's a law. Assembly ba kurukirie. Yet their patron is a volunteer. Are there volunteers in the government?
I think aspect ya patron ija mutegeri tu yani ja murunga from a distance.
So what happens maybe atakarande kire body MYS nontunwe patron akarande aja ujo body kwe allowances ye board tu according to the law. What happens to this guy? So bangi bakadisha allowances akambua wewe ni volunteer. What happens? You know,
maybe I'm thinking wakili, correct me if I'm wrong. In this case, patron no mwana chancellor for university. You know, chancellor is just ceremonial.
Actually, nyomwere unontokuwe na CEO wa MYS. Uraweja approved, I believe,
county assembly, yes.
No
substantive office holder. Ungetuja mutegeri ora manto ja kuendelea. Na ku
I'm
make
done
sure
because of the Mutegeri words.
oku make sure mantu uraja kuita ijetete bwega but oni onkueleza norikana first lady ri athithirie
Tuweza.
titwaweza first lady ura former first lady Margaret
Beyond Zero.
You see, it was nowhere announced. We just saw an initiative
Yes.
area to in there as a country we felt no na kuchwa ku reduce maternal deaths. Na iwe air responded in a very nice way. My thinking would have been the same. There was no need to come out and say this is the position so and so.
I think shida basi ni mic. Shida ni mic.
Nande mantu jau and eventually nande kumau ukethera nande by extension. You see murega teka a political appointment kana ethero substantive leader nande agwata mic na kuthomera MCAs
contractors makatero
MPs na kuthomera so and so and you see nande all these people will keep hitting back. What normally happens in politics is you attract unnecessary enemies bara utekonida kuithirwa winabo and only my thinking would be initiative is brilliant we are MOS when it came na the fact that actually ba kumijokiria kumau nontonyo tethiana betu kuma street children kuma out of na kuthobena otea bakumba kuthithia gintu kiumba kubatethia in future na imbije with good planning na muraga given time performance MOS would be amazing but I think where everything is all PR not uga PR is good in both media social media urokubangwa what do you need to say what don't you need to say na mantu in politics is very crucial I think where with time ato useto only my hope is eventually twin the turaideria what is important for our county onto inkuona ni towati
so wakili tukidhirie in case motion ya impeachment ekaretwa kire assembly kire manto yayo then on tunkumya none ete manto yedire to yaita what issues do you think maybe chomba kwedire MPs cha kumu impeach
waraithiria I think it's Salesio kuyo ereti ndetira table yet you see it has to be admitted yakira session paper to kuuke and I discussed and then it has nontuka section 33 ya county government act iruga MCA a member of county assembly may move a motion so nandena motion uno munkae supported by 2/3 majority then if they approve Rionande speaker notifyaga speaker of the senate no speaker of the senate form committee ko raidhiria kuthikira charges you but those charges ndategerana the previous kana acrimonizira MCAs bakwariria barariria mantu jauja abuse of office anganande appointments cha family members anganande PA mantu jajaugwe all those things banande nio ira tukuga unfortunately yomba kuithirwa ite gross misconduct in law from a court's point of view and these are quasi judicial senate political when the hammer falls na the big bosses there baugete ugeta whether it is gross misconduct or not kogeta and you know this process yomba kwithirwa the grounds irabaka nonto ingotikia county assembly yomba kuthora baraka rende probably bakwenda ku draft their own grounds iraba kuigwa icho bakutegera bakona yomba kwithirwa jana bakugambuka reduction of departments without approval and those are the grounds irambuka bagatumira kuonania kuikiania cho senate but onkueleza these are process and it's
purely political so now speaking of political do you think maybe MCAs kaba ku blackmail governor na mantu ya ward fund because it is not anywhere in the law ati no mwankaba nenkure ward fund kana no ba nenkure ward fund so mantu ya ku ati atwe ward fund no tuta nenkairi thirikari jengi maybe could it be can it be viewed as blackmail kumakire legislature
nyomore with a very thin line very very thin line onto ikugeta those rumors that kuna aspect of blackmail na ikia tumekuga wankibura from the word go what should have happened from a political angle is governor the minute atonyere iko make sure county assembly yote kuwatanira in full. That's a political divide and rule.
She failed.
Like Sakaja did.
Yes.
Sakaja actually it was the first thing Jokiri MCs on the Mombasa.
Yes. Make sure when a divide and rule the minute county assembly on the quarry in one language ugatura on the
executive niyo kaumia.
So you have to make sure always about to make sure from a political angle is wisdom to politics equal survive too. So about to make sure at least 30 keba 70 bonde bakuina ruimbo rwawe ona nyandarua watura nya speaker geria kuitwa agachokwa nonto speaker no na manage tenyo ku divide and rule barabara bakimemia bare a certain number barabara ba this speaker bare a certain number bakatura na push and pull muka dirikare dira speaker akiona muchara jo in full na dayuna na iteroe achokwa ikoti. So watagera from a political angle oteaga aspect ya blackmail ewima nonto you see MCAs na boy baije omabomanto is what fund is not there. But the truth of the matter is they also need to survive politically.
But you see governor also katue kinyawe na arongoerie Amero na arongoerie muringi kura nonto kiri manifesto ewe which I attended myself na wire and a copy which I have na wire atakane kandira million na remwe award omwaka. You know, any word fund. But
you see, yomba kwithirwa katumire the term word fund, but probably her plan is actually every word inject 100 million. It's just that it won't have to go through as
word fund.
But
you see the term
president reset at the word fund ni mbecha chia allocation.
You see, nyomore une kureta issue. Ntunya gitarea KM auga kanenkanira 20 million per word. But uritaga by I think which year?
Pending bills equals around 2019.
Kwero whether per word nyabo inankero inya 10 million.
Actually go back to 7.
So ataka ukaigwa in the 5 years uratweri ekethra yo kinya 100 ukethra na 60 million nange 70 million depending. Nuntu nacho projects chejana yana mantu chejana yana allocations irapo kwa chiembecha. So it is not a must kinyaniria to 100 million new per word. Na my thinking eventually is or suggest for the governor is just use the MCAs kirimantu jaja public participation, let them have their input. MCA no can take charge a process ya development for you kiri ward na we gateria to make sure kuna harmony.
Thank you, Wakili.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate.
Thank you.
Asante sana.
Lambeni glucose. Thank you.